All right, settle in, friends. So glad you're with us today as we get into something really intriguing. We're sort of stepping into the vibrant tapestry of Indian culture today. Going to try and understand the enduring story and significance of something quite remarkable. Bang! We've been looking over some really fantastic material for this discussion, particularly a very insightful blog post. Just a quick mention, it's from 420formulator.com. For those of you who might not know, it's actually an amazing resource, not just for skincare formulators, surprisingly, but it also dives into all things cannabis. It's run by Mike Harmon, and this piece really gave us a rich perspective for today.
It really did. You know, what often strikes me about certain traditions is how deeply they're woven into the fabric of a culture's history and, well, its spirituality. They don't just exist, they kind of evolve, telling these stories that span centuries. And today's conversation is definitely about one of those traditions where the ancient and the modern meet in some pretty fascinating ways.
Yeah, absolutely. So our aim really is to grasp what makes Bang such a revered and fundamental part of Indian life. We want to track its journey from its earliest origins, right up to its modern day complexities. It's a rich subject, so let's get into it. So when we talk about Bang, we're not just talking about something new or even just a few centuries old. Its story goes back millennia. Yeah. What can you tell us about its earliest mentions, like in ancient Hindu texts? Where does it first show up in those foundational scriptures?
Well, it's quite profound, actually. Cannabis holds a genuinely sacred place within Hinduism. This reverence, it's deeply embedded in texts as ancient as the Atharva Veda. Now, maybe not familiar, the Atharva Veda is one of the four Vedas. These are the most sacred foundational scriptures of Hinduism, maybe dating back as far as 1500 BCE. It's kind of unique among them because it focuses on practical knowledge, spells, charms for daily life, health, well-being, that sort of thing.
Practical knowledge. Okay.
Right. And in these revered texts, cannabis isn't just mentioned, it's celebrated. It's described as a sacred herb, specifically linked to happiness, joy, and often used in rituals and ceremonies. And beyond just the spiritual side, the Atharva Veda also highlights its diverse therapeutic properties. So it suggests they understood it had significant medicinal value even back then. The blog points out something interesting. The Vedas even identify cannabis as one of 5 sacred plants throughout India. That really elevates its status, doesn't it?
Wow, 1 of 5. Yeah, that's significant.
It really is. And it's not just about physical health. It's about this holistic connection, between physical well-being and the spiritual journey. The plant is seen almost as a bridge between those two worlds.
That really puts its importance into perspective. And I know for many, when you talk about cannabis and Hinduism, the conversation quickly turns to a very prominent figure, Lord Shiva. What's the connection there? How does Bang fit into his mythology?
You're right. That connection to Lord Shiva is probably the most famous one. He's often known, quite affectionately actually, as the Lord of Bang. The mythology around him suggests he consumes Bang as a way to enhance his meditative journeys, to delve deeper into his inner world and reach a higher state of consciousness.
So it's not just recreational, it's a spiritual tool.
Exactly. It's seen as a tool for spiritual transcendence. This symbolic act is said to reflect Shiva's complex nature. He's both the destroyer of evil and the benevolent protector, the yogi meditating for the world's welfare. Consuming Bang is sort of seen as emulating his ability to find peace and insight amidst chaos, to control the mind, achieve liberation.
Oh, okay.
And this connection is so deep that during Mahashivaratri, which is the great night of Shiva, a huge Hindu festival, the consumption of Bang is a central ritual.
Right, I've heard of that festival.
Yeah, people honor him with prayers, fasting, offerings, and sharing Bang becomes this communal act, a shared spiritual experience symbolizing letting go of worldly desires and connecting with the divine.
So it's clearly more than just ancient stories. It sounds like Bhang has a very active role in, real living spiritual practices today. How is it incorporated beyond just the mythology?
Oh, absolutely. It's fascinating how deeply ingrained it is in everyday religious life, not just in old texts. The blog really highlights Bhang's vital role here. It's actively consumed during major festivals, like we mentioned, Mahashivaratri, but also during Holi, the festival of colors.
Holi, yes.
During these times, people partake in Bhang to, facilitate spiritual introspection and also communal bonding. It brings people together. And beyond just drinking or eating it, it's integrated into devotional practices too. Like in pujas, which are Hindu worship rituals, it's used as an offering to deities. Sometimes it's offered directly to the gods as a sacred element. The belief is that the psychoactive properties of THC, that's tetrahydrocannabinol, the main active compound,
Right, THC.
yeah, that can induce a heightened state of spirituality. It's seen as a pathway to a closer divine connection, helping devotees sort of transcend ordinary consciousness. And critically, as I said, it's often communal. It fosters this deep sense of connection and shared devotion, turning individual spiritual journeys into something collective.
That communal aspect is really interesting, and it brings us perfectly into its cultural impact, especially in modern India. When I think of a vibrant celebration, my mind just jumps straight to Holi, that incredible explosion of joy, energy, and color. How does Bang fit into that?
Ah, Holi. Yes, it's one of the most vibrant festivals imaginable, and Bang plays what the blog calls a magical role in it. Traditionally, Bang is made from the leaves and flowers of the cannabis plant, crushed into a paste or liquid. During Holi, it really becomes more than just a substance. It's a symbol of joy, festivity, liberation.
A symbol of liberation. Interesting.
Yeah. Imagine the scene. Streets buzzing with laughter, music, people playfully throwing colored powders. And into this vibrant chaos, Bang-infused products are introduced, specifically to make celebrations even livelier. The blog explains that for many, consuming Bang during Holi isn't just about the buzz. It's about amplifying that exhilarating atmosphere, dissolving inhibitions, fostering unity and playfulness.
So it really enhances the experience.
Totally. People genuinely feel the celebrations wouldn't be quite the same without it. It's intrinsically woven into the fabric of the festival, enhancing that communal joy and sense of abandon that Holi embodies.
That's quite a testament to its cultural importance, being so essential to a major festival.
Yeah.
You mentioned infused products. Are there specific ways it's consumed, like a special drink during Holi?
Absolutely. When you talk about Holi, one beverage immediately comes to mind. Thandai.
Thandai, right?
It's this incredibly refreshing, creamy drink that's very often mixed with Bang. It adds this wonderful depth and, well, a unique character to the traditional Thandai. And the preparation itself is almost an art form. Common ingredients include almonds, saffron, sometimes hemp seeds, and a blend of aromatic spices like cardamom, fennel, rose petals.
Wow, that sounds complex.
It is, and each street vendor or family takes pride in their own unique recipe, their own twist. You'll see stalls offering special Bang Thandai, promising that little buzz that turns the experience into, a delightful mini-adventure. It's not just a drink, it's part of the ritual of letting loose, embracing the festive spirit, sharing a moment of lighthearted revelry. The richness reflects the value placed on it.
So it's clearly not just about drinks then. Does Bang also find its way into traditional foods and snacks, especially during these festive times?
It certainly does. Incorporating Bang into traditional sweets and snacks is a really cherished custom. Many families have these time-honored recipes, passed down through generations. During celebrations like Holi, you'll find things like bang ladus, these sweet, round confections often made with ghee, sugar, nuts.
Yeah.
And bang barfis, which are denser, kind of fudge-like sweets. These are highly sought after, apparently absolutely delicious, adding that unique festive twist. But it's not just sweets. You can even find it in savory options like bang pakoras.
Pakoras, really?
Yeah. Deep-fried fritters, often with vegetables like spinach or potato, it adds a more spiced, earthy flavor. This deep integration into both sweet and savory dishes during festivals really speaks volumes about Bang's profound cultural significance and its long heritage in Indian culinary traditions. It shows it's not just about the effects, but it's a genuine flavor, part of the gastronomic celebration.
It's clear Bang is just so deeply integrated, culturally and spiritually. But, okay, moving from these joyous celebrations, let's pivot a bit to the legal side. Because India's relationship with cannabis is obviously complex, right? Blending this deep tradition with modern law. What's the legal framework governing Bang today?
That's a crucial point, and it reveals this fascinating tension. The legal landscape for cannabis in India is mainly shaped by the Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substances Act of 1985, the NDPS Act. This act was brought in to control narcotic drugs and psychotropic substances, sort of aligning with international conventions. It broadly classifies various substances, including different forms of cannabis.
Okay, so it covers cannabis generally.
It does. However, Bang, traditionally made from the leaves of the plant, occupies this unique, really crucial legal space. The blog explains it's explicitly distinguished from other, more potent forms like karas, which is hashish made from the resin, or ganja, the dried flowering tops.
So the leaves are key here.
Precisely. The reason for this distinction is rooted in its historical and cultural acceptance. For centuries, bhang has been integral to religious and cultural practices, especially in North India. This deep traditional use, plus the fact that leaf preparations are generally less potent than resin or flowers, led to its exclusion from the strictest prohibitions of the NDPS Act. So, while other forms of cannabis are largely illegal, subject to severe penalties, bhang is permitted for cultural and religious practices. It creates this intriguing legal loophole, acknowledging centuries of tradition.
That is a significant distinction. Quite a clever way to navigate it, actually.
Yeah.
So how does this work on the ground? Are there specific shops where bhang is legally sold? How are they regulated?
It's quite something to see in practice. If you travel across India, especially in areas with significant religious or cultural importance, you will find government-sanctioned bhang shops.
Really? Like official shops?
Yeah, official shops. Varanasi is a prime example, a city famous for its spiritual significance. These shops are a common sight there. They're not hidden away, they're openly part of the local scene. These shops operate under specific regulations. They need government licenses, ensuring they comply with local laws on preparation and sale. There are supposed to be quality control measures, theoretically, to ensure safety and hygiene. Plus, sales are restricted, like alcohol, with age limits.
Okay, so there's some oversight.
There is, but it's also true, as the blog mentions, that problems can pop up with unlicensed shops operating outside these rules. That can lead to inconsistencies in quality and safety. But the very existence of regulated shops underscores the state's official acknowledgement of bhang's place.
Still sounds like there are some, well, pretty apparent contradictions in policy. You've got this traditional, often legal use of bhang right alongside strict prohibition of other cannabis forms. Must be complicated.
It definitely is. The blog calls it a patchwork of laws across India, which can be incredibly confusing. You could be in one region where consuming bhang is perfectly legal, culturally accepted, especially during festivals. Yet, just possessing a small amount of marijuana in another form could lead to serious legal trouble.
Right, that doesn't seem straightforward at all.
Not at all. Consider the example. Someone can freely enjoy bhang during Holi, participating in a revered tradition, but if they were caught with, say, a bit of hashish or ganja, they could face big fines or even prison. This inconsistency creates a complex, often bewildering situation for people and for law enforcement, too. And this internal contradiction kind of mirrors the broader global debate around cannabis, doesn't it? With some places moving towards legalization, others maintaining prohibition, India's nuanced approach, specifically allowing bhang, is a unique case study in how cultural heritage can shape and challenge modern drug policy. It's an attempt to balance tradition with contemporary laws.
It truly highlights the complexities when tradition meets modern legislation. Okay, to bring in a comparative element, again, we talked about Thandai earlier as the key bhang drink. How does it stack up against other popular regional drinks in India, like Lassi, for example?
Right, Thandai certainly holds its own. It often gets compared to Lassi, another incredibly popular drink, especially up north. But while they're both refreshing, they are very different.
How so?
Well, Lassi is primarily yogurt-based. It's smooth, creamy, often a bit tangy, maybe blended with fruit like mango or just sweetened. It's a fantastic everyday refreshment, really cooling in the heat. Thandai, though, is unique in its complexity. It's milk-based, but its signature is that rich blend of nuts, almonds, pistachios, and that special mix of spices. Fennel, cardamom, pepper, rose petals.
Yeah, something more intricate.
Exactly. It creates a much more aromatic, slightly thicker, intensely flavorful drink. And of course, you have Bhang Lassi too, a lassi version infused with bhang, popular during Holi for that celebratory kick. So each drink has its own cultural resonance, you know. Thandai, especially with bhang, is deeply tied to celebration and festivity. Lassi is more about daily refreshment, comfort, both popular but for different reasons, different moments.
That makes sense. It's clear bhang has carved out such a rich, intricate, and enduring place in Indian culture. It's navigated everything from ancient reverence to modern legal issues. As we kind of wrap up this exploration, what's a final thought you'd offer about bhang's lasting importance, its role in shaping what we know about India today?
I think what really stands out and what the blog emphasizes beautifully is bhang's incredibly intricate and unwavering journey through India's cultural and religious history. From its respected status in ancient Vedic texts, seen as sacred for health and spirit, to its vital, joyful role in festivals like Holi and Mahashivratri, it truly serves this dual function. It's both a profound spiritual aid, helping with meditation and divine connection, and a vibrant cultural symbol, bringing communities together in celebration and shared experience.
That blend seems key.
It really does. And despite the ongoing legal challenges, the changing global views on cannabis, Bhang remains this incredibly unique and potent symbol of India's vibrant heritage. It embodies this remarkable blend of the sacred with the social, a timeless tradition that continues to unite communities, enhance centuries-old customs. It's just a powerful testament to the resilience of cultural practices and how deeply tied they are to identity.
What an incredible journey we've taken today, really navigating through India's vibrant heritage. It's genuinely amazing seeing how Bang weaves through so many layers: culture, spirituality, ancient myths, modern celebrations. And hey, just a friendly tip, if you're curious about maybe delving a bit deeper into formulation or just want to explore more about these kinds of fascinating topics, you might want to check out 420formulator.com. They have some really great free formulations for skincare products there, along with other insightful guides on related subjects. So worth a look if that sparks your interest. So as you reflect on Bong's ancient roots and its continuing prominent place in modern celebrations, maybe think about this. What does its story tell us about the enduring power of tradition in a world that's constantly evolving and changing? Something to ponder. Thanks so much for joining us today, and we truly look forward to having you back for another fascinating exploration soon.